Hello and welcome. We're here at Circa, our hotel partner for our NBA Las Vegas Summer League coverage. Circa Las Vegas hosts Stadium Swim, where you can watch live sports on a 40-foot tall, 14 million pixel screen while hanging out one of their 6 pools and 2 spas. It's got enough space to comfortably hold 4,000 guests. So definitely check it out the next time you're in town.
All right, we're here at Summer League in Vegas, Will. The Raptors are going to kick off their Summer League schedule this weekend with 2 games. Want to talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to for Summer League, and also some interesting comments I thought from Darko earlier this week, talking about that this upcoming year is year 1 of the rebuild. It's a clean slate, establishing an identity. What do you think that means for Summer League in terms of the players that are here?
I think this is a really important summer league, first off, right? A lot of these players the Raptors will be counting on to be rotation players in the next year or 2. So this is a really good key to see if they're ready and what they need to work on. Ultimately, this is not going to make or break anything, but at the same time, we would love to build some excitement for a Grady Dick, for an Ochai Agbaji, for some of the rookies who have come in, Jonathan Mobo, Jacoby Walter. And it's a really excited time to just get to see what they got, Like, we've been thinking about it. We've been watching draft videos. We've been looking at their college and high school footage. But let's see what it looks like, at least somewhat for real here at Summer League.
Clean slate, when I think about it too, like I want to picture this idea of how I'm looking at the roster and see if you agree with me. For me, I look at the roster in like 3 tiers right now. Like the first tier is the big 3 that they have. Scotty, IQ, and RJ. They're going to see how they're going to develop. They're obviously further along than the second tier, like you mentioned, like the rookies, the guys that are here at Summer League. And then the third, I guess I put kind of the Jakob Poeltl division of assorted players, which is Jakob, Bruce Brown, and which other vets do we have on here? Chris Boucher, Garrett Temple, Kelly Olynyk. Like those guys are there obviously to support the young guys. And I think for me, like the most important thing, not just for Summer League, but this coming season, is looking at those first 2 tiers of guys and see how they can like develop and actually mesh together. Yeah,
I mean, look, how long this rebuild is going to take, and right now they said they're in year 1, even though technically last year was year 1, but that was year 0.5. Year 1, how long this process is going to take, that's going to be up to Scotty, that's going to be up to Quickly, that's going to be up to RJ. Those are your main guys, those are main young guys. They got to find a way to win together. The other guys, they got to find a way to support, almost like a young bench mob. Remember back in the day, Kyle, DeMar, JV, you put that in that list. They were dictating the outcomes of games most times. But then you had Fred, you had Pascal, you had Norm, you had OG, DeLon Wright, Jakob Poeltl, right? Those guys are here, to hopefully fill those roles. What can Mobo do to support? What can Jacoby Walter do to support? What can Grady Dick do to support Ochai Agbaji? And as long as you get a couple of those guys to hit, all of a sudden you have good depth, and all of a sudden you have the structure to sort of continue to build for now and the future.
So when it comes to Summer League, we talked about some of these rookies. Obviously, a lot of people are focused on Jacoby Walter. I think Jamal Shedd's getting a little bit of buzz too. People want to see what Jonathan Mobo got to do. Brandon Carlson might become a fan favorite. You never know. When you're talking about supporting the main players on this team, in terms of like skill set or specific things that they're going to bring to the team, if you want to pick a player, like who's someone that you're looking at, and what do you want to see from them at Summer League?
All right, number 1, I want to see my man Grady go out there and showcase what he's learned, what he's matured in from year 1 to year 2. They're talking about giving him more on-ball reps. Let's see that, right? Because that's not something we saw in year 1. I want to see Ochai Agbaji quite comfortably look like one of the best players on the team, right? It's year 3 into Summer League. You should have everything down pat. And Darko's been talking about scoring off the ball, getting open for threes, cutting. Hopefully we see more of that. And then I just want to see the young guys. For me, I'm really excited to see Jonathan Mobo. Is he going to play as a small ball big? Is he going to play as a wing? Is he going to take a jumper? Because that's not something that he did in college. And does the rest of his game, in terms of the connecting, the defense, the switching, does that translate at the next level?
Friend of the program, Jama Malalela, who's coaching the Summer League. We were at Raptors practice yesterday, and he was talking a little bit about Jamal Shedd's defense as well. I feel like fans and me too. Like I'm very excited to see what Jamal is going to bring to the table. I feel like he's one of those kind of scrappy players. I know people like to draw the comparison maybe to like a Kyle Lowry type. I'm actually really excited to see what Jamal can bring. I know like he's a 2nd round pick, but hopefully this is one of those drafts Despite what we saw from Alex Sarr and Zachary Richechet yesterday, hopefully some good players will pan out. And I'm actually really excited to see Jamal at Summer League.
You're officially a shed head. So, yeah, that's what we're calling them. You a shed head now. But thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Circa once again for providing us a space where, come to the Circa Hotel when you're in Las Vegas and follow Hello and Welcome Pod for more Summer League coverage.